Welcome back to Minor Reacts. Today we are going to be reacting to the Beatles' funny interviews. Okay, so are the interviews really gonna be funny, or did you just put funny in the title? It's not. I'm not an easy laugher. Like I don't laugh at things easily. Like it has to really be funny. And honestly, almost out of everything I reacted to on this channel, I don't think none of it just made me like just really laugh. Like maybe a kiki or a hee hee ha ha, but nothing has really just made me laugh. So let's see, can the Beatles do it?
Who are you? Eric?
Did he ask him which one of you?
I'm doing a Eric, here is the American public.
John.
You're John.
It's only a joke.
Yes, well, John, here is the American public. 40 million American viewers.
Only looks like one man to me.
Staring you right in the face.
Ask the cameraman.
He said you had unresolved leading tones, a false modal frame ending up as a plain diatonic. What would you say to that?
We're going to see a doctor about that.
In a recent article, Time magazine put down pop music, and they referred to Day Tripper as being about a prostitute, and Norwegian Wood as being about a lesbian. Now, I just wanted to know what your intent was when you wrote it, and what your feeling is about the Time magazine criticism of the music that is being written today.
Well, you're just trying to write songs about prostitutes and lesbians, that's all.
Right.
What kind of girls do you prefer?
My wife. Your wife. What kind of girl is she? She's a nice girl.
What kind of girl do you like? John's wife.
Oh, you wasn't supposed to say that. John's wife? I don't know about that one.
Nobody likes a smart man.
But the Beatle movement's going over there.
Yeah, it didn't even be a Beatle booster, folks.
Yeah. I must tell you, by the way, that Detroit University have got to stamp out the Beatle movement.
No.
Yeah, we heard about
that.
Detroit. They think your haircuts are un-American.
Well, I was very observant of them because we aren't American, actually.
True, though.
True.
But they'd mystery tour.
Exactly, they aren't. So their haircuts are un-American, but they're not American technically. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, stupid interviewer.
Put you off making a film completely yourselves.
Yeah, we're only ever going to be cartoons forever now, because they really put us off those.
It's a new career piece.
No good damn critics.
But when we said you'd just written it, have you in fact just done it? Did you do it a long time ago?
It's been a long time. Long time.
How long?
About 40 years or so, I think.
Come off it. How long ago did you write
It's a
this?
couple of years, some of it's old, some of it's new, something borrowed, something brown.
Okay, what's your favorite song?
Like Christmas.
Yeah, and God Rule the Wenceslas Kingdom. I like another one of my favorites.
Did you say White Christmas?
Yeah.
It's a good song.
Not in rock and roll.
Christmas.
Oh, yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, it is. You've heard it.
I bet you
Oh, why is he singing like that?
Yeah, it's rock and roll. I mean, it's not rock and roll, what is it?
Welcome to a young author from Liverpool. In fact, you are the first author from Liverpool I've ever seen.
Great.
But your first book sold in 350,000 copies and came out this year. Is that right?
That's right.
That's right. And tell me, you brought 3 of your friends. Could you please introduce
Yes, there's George Parasol, Ringo Stone, and Paul Macharmley.
And did they have
Macharmley, Paul Macharmley. Okay.
anything to do with your book? Did they help you or did they hinder you in any way?
No, they typed it out for me.
That's right. I mean, they
Where is
can
he?
spell and you...
Oh, they spell very greatly.
That's nice. By the way, I read a review about it in Times Literary Supplement, and then I read the book. And then I wonder, are you influenced by Thurber or James Joyce?
None of them.
None
James
of them.
Stewart.
No. James Stewart.
James Stewart and
I
Betty
see.
Grable.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, I'm quite sure that our Swedish viewers
He wants
would like
him to be
hear
quiet.
you read one of your poems.
Right.
Good.
Good job, Nigel.
Yeah?
Half he goes, I met his sight, our little hairy friend. Half upon the lamppost bright.
So like that.
Half
Look,
in round the bend.
Look. This one's better.
Is that better?
Look.
Ja, vad John Lennon säger och vad hans kompisar säger, det må de som kan liverpoolska.
About a year and a half ago, there were quotes on the wire about your discussion of LSD and some other things, narcotics.
Yes, Larry.
It seemed to me from what I read that you had endorsed it and condemned it.
We were manufacturing it.
What's the story?
No, the business went bump.
I love how everything that they're asking the Beatles, they're just going along with it. Like they say, we think that you did this, so he say, yeah, we manufactured it. And it's something else they said earlier. I don't remember what they said, but everything that they say, the Beatles are just like, yeah, we did it. Yeah. Oh, he was like, yeah, we just write songs about lesbians, and I'm not lesbians. I mean, excuse me. I mean prostitutions. Like they just like, yeah, whatever you think, that's what it is.
Do you have any political affiliations at all?
No, he doesn't smoke.
I don't even smoke.
Do you think this is going to be a controversial tour like the Philippines was?
Oh, no. No, it's going to be fine.
What makes you say that, Paul?
Oh, it'll be fine. You watch. Yeah, great.
Paul, I don't know whether you know, but Mr. Edward Heath, the Lord Privy Seal, has said that he couldn't distinguish the other night what you were saying as Queen's English. Are you going to lose some of your Liverpool dialect for the Royal Show?
No, we don't all speak like the BBC.
We don't all speak like that, do we?
Fine, come up north.
Well, with that, all I can do, lads, is to wish you lots and lots of luck at Royal
Thank
Show.
you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Jolly good.
Cheerio.
For the name Beatles, and what does it really mean?
John thought of the name Beatles, and he'll tell you about it now. It means Beatles, doesn't it? You know, that's just a name. Like shoe. It means shoe.
The shoes. You see, we could have been called the shoes for all you know.
John and Paul let a reporter into the house they were renting, sat down at the piano and answered questions about their relationship. In particular, how they approached songwriting.
We normally approach it on the M1.
And sort of come up, turn past London, and when we get to Scarborough, we feel we're there, as they say.
Well, I guess I asked for it.
No, we just got a very informal approach. We've got no formula at all, for writing songs. We just do it as it happens. Sometimes John can write a line of a song. He can come up and say...
Things like that.
He could say that. He could just say that. He could just say that to me, and I could say, "No, John."
And often I disagree with Paul and say, "This has been done so many times, it's killed it."
But then sometimes, we have a real row, and I say, "Listen here, John. I don't think that's right." But it depends, Sometimes there's a line that he does, and then I do a line. Or sometimes John can write a whole song. Yes, he's a wonder when he gets going. Sometimes I can even do that.
It's interesting to hear how they come up with their music and how they form their songs. That was interesting to hear.
Name, or is it a nickname?
It's a nickname.
What's your real name?
Richard.
Richard. How did the Ringo come about?
Because I wear 4 rings.
Wow. Fair enough. Yes. Let me ask you quickly. If
I'm not called Ringo.
No, I can see that. I hope the camera can.
It's called Hando. Is Ringo going to continue acting? There's a possibility that he would be an actor if he dropped out of the Beatles.
They just...
The possibility wouldn't be as well.
John, I, being a little older than you for good-looking gentlemen, just a little older, as a matter of fact, I will remember the launching of Frank Sinatra and Johnny Ray and Elvis Presley, and yes,
Sometimes I'd have it cut and sometimes let it grow like a lunatic. But, I've had it off and on for 5 years. Yeah.
If you think about it, like, they asking them, like, really stupid questions, but the Beatles are handling it so well. But do you hear the questions, like, just the comments, the questions, it's...
You should have seen it off.
They go for the Elvis Presley type of stuff, then, do they? I mean, they go for the old rock and roll stuff?
I think so, yeah. A bit more. It depended, really, who was in. It depended upon who was in. I can't speak.
You think
French so much, you see?
What?
Je me lève, etc.
Yeah. You brushed up your French, have you?
No, kidding, I can't speak a word of it.
You still can't speak a word?
No. John's very good. Bonsoir and all that sort of stuff. Very good. Always very good.
Just blowing up the balloon.
There's lots of things, we just got a friend of ours who's in electronics.
Oh, yeah?
I'll tell you about this chap, who's called Alex. And he's great, he's a Greek fella. And he's invented incredible things, you see. So, that'll be big.
Well, are the days of the Beatles on stage over?
Well, they've been over for the last 2 years because we've been on land. But you never know, do you? With all these incredible electronics, we might come flying over New York playing.
Like I said, y'all, the way that they're answering those questions is hilarious. Are the days for the Beatles being on stage over? He said, well, they've been over for the last 2 years because we've been on land. But with all the electronics, who knows what could happen.
In one day.
Does the continuous living and working together impose any temperamental stress upon you?
No, actually, it's quite lucky because we've been together now for 40 years.
The songs like And I Love Her, If I Fell, Michelle Yesterday, the more winsome type songs. Do you find yourselves able to write in this mood at a particular time of day or night? Are you nighttime writers or?
You'll have to excuse the dog, listeners, but he doesn't know we're on the radio.
How old is this dog?
7 weeks, actually, 7 weeks, so it doesn't really understand about the BBC yet.
What type of dog is it?
Old English sheepdog. It will be eventually.
A young English sheepdog.
It's a spaniel.
One more question. Where do the hairdos come from? Where's the originality?
Scalp.
In those days, yeah.
Your language has got to be pretty good, obviously. This thing about Ted, he's saying that he couldn't distingush.
I can't understand
the
Ted.
Queen's English.
I can't understand Teddy saying that at all, really. I'm not going to vote for Ted.
John, there's a rumour in the news of the Beatles paper that you might be leaving the group.
Rubbish. I'm
Absolute
contracted. Been trying to get out for years.
You've been writing some poetry.
What paper?
A paper called The News of the Beatles.
Never heard of it.
Do you want to see it?
No.
Must be American.
I've got it in my pocket. Do you want to see it?
It's American. They can
Is it
stick
American?
it.
No, it's an English one.
Oh,
You're writing some more poetry.
Can we have a look at it, please?
Sure.
Yes.
Hang on to that.
Okay. You're going to look at it now.
Yeah.
Well, good evening, viewers, and welcome to an interview with John McGregor.
That's not a
Thanks,
paper,
John.
is it?
It is. News of the Beatles.
They're finna say some
You buy
crazy.
cheap papers?
Here you are.
You get cheap
news.
stuff.
Oh wow, that's interesting. That's the end of the video, guys. This was, to me, this wasn't funny moments. This was more of like savage, nonchalant, I would even say shady moments. It says the Beatles funny moments, the Beatles funny interviews, but this was more like the Beatles being shady, or like shady of some sort, because it wasn't really funny, but it was interesting how they responded. Like when they responded, all of their responses were like, yeah, whatever you say, we agree with this. That's how I'm looking at it. But if you all enjoyed the video, make sure you like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to leave a comment, and I will see you in the next Minor Reacts 2 reaction video.